Yo, today I'm gonna be assembling this razor I have sitting around. It was previously like fully together, but I took it apart last night just to repaint the frame. It came out pretty good. I just did like a black primer and paint can. I just did one coat. I did sand it down with a couple grits a couple times just so it lasts a little bit better. But right now I have a gray color spray paint on the way. I have 2 of those cans, so when that comes in, I'm gonna spray the frame that color and then let it dry, do some clear coats, and then I'm gonna touch up on the forks, remove everything, repaint the forks black as well as the swing arm black. I have the rear wheel and the front wheel, and I have a zoom brake on the bike. I should be getting a Magura brake from my friend. It already has a 3-speed. I have new bars, the bar mount risers, new throttle, some stuff like that on the way. I also have my old LVX bar bag I had on my Sur-Ron, my white one, which I'm not going to be putting on my Ultra, so I'm probably just going to put it on that. And I have a gas tank already. And this box is the full powertrain, and I think the rear shock. So yeah, we're going to start, just building it. Actually, I lied. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put the swing arm on the stand, move the Ultra B, so we can, sand it down as well as the forks. But I'm going to have to take some stuff out of it. Just like that, we got the Ultra removed, so let's get this stand over here. As you can see, this is a swing arm. You can just see how dusty this is, dude. This has just been sitting. I haven't put it together. I haven't, sold it or ridden it. Swing arm is done, and now what we're going to do is take off some stuff off the forks and just get to sanding the forks. Yeah, and then taping up the silver part of the forks. I took off the bars off the forks as well as the bar mounts. Now we're just gonna take the front wheel off. It's a 17 and a 14 millimeter. I taped up the silver part, so yeah, I think I only just sanded a little bit down right here just because it was like a little scratch, but the rest of it is pretty good. So the spray paint should be here in about 10 minutes. We got both cans, so we're just gonna take, I'm thinking I'm gonna do forks first. I'm just gonna take the forks outside, hang them, and start painting them black. All right, we got the frame inside. It is dry. I think it came out really nice. Never did a color like this, so first time. I already got the spacers in here, so let's just put on the forks. All right, the forks are on. I think it looks really good, especially with the chrome bar mounts that are coming in soon and the glossy motor cuts plate. So what I'm gonna do now is just get the swing arm on. It's coming together. We get up with the rear shock on, and it should be, it should look more like a bike. Rear shock is on, bolts are all tight. I have no clue what I should do next. Maybe motor, but I wanna neatly route everything so it doesn't look like, just something I didn't take the time to build. But yeah, I'll give you guys an update on what's next. All right, we got the battery installed. I got 2 straps just for the battery, and on the other side, I got this going on. So I got this just hanging for when the controller is mounted, and I zip tied. I just drilled a bigger hole into this stopper for the forks. I just zip tied the charging port so it doesn't have to be flopping around. So it's charged right here, and then have the zip tied there. I put some foam with some padding just so the battery raises, just sits a little taller. All right, we got the motor in as well as the rear wheel and the whole chain thing. And the channel I made is really good. That's pretty good. Before I was having issues, but it never popped off, surprisingly. But since this is an aftermarket chain kit, I can't fit the 1 bolt, which sucks, but it's still really tight. It won't go anywhere. I have a good amount of space left in my rotor, or my caliper, but I might have to use some spacers and washers just for the bolts, but I think it should be good. I'm gonna start zip tying this to the frame, just make it look neat, and then probably put on the roof brake. I lied, but what I did do is I took off, or I put on the front wheel, just because it was so unbalanced. Most of the weight was in the back, and the front was so light, so it was tipping over. That's why I put the front wheel on the front. But yeah, let's try doing that brake. All right, quick little update. We did get this motor wire all neatly routed, zip tied, zip tied, zip tied, and rear brake is installed. We had a little problem with the clearance, but my razor, when I bought it on Facebook Marketplace, it came with different spacers. So this one was pretty long, this one was a short one. There's not much clearance, so I added about 3 washers, or there's one on the outside. No, I lied. one in the inside and then the spacers. But I added 2 more, so we have 3 washers, and then 1 little spacer, and then this got like it mounted up really good. So I'm just gonna zip tie it back right here, route it through the frame, have it through the forks, and then get it ready for when I put the bars on. All right, we got it all routed. We got it routed through this little hole, or not really, but we zip tied it to it. We're zip tied it where the motor wire was coming through. Have it right here under the motor wire coming through. It's actually perfect length. So with the bar riser, it's gonna be like this tall and this wide. So I got a lot of length left. So it's pretty good. And the Razor build is almost done. We got everything back together for it to be almost rideable. All I'm missing is a surround throttle, and then it works perfectly. I built this bike so I could just ride around, just a little bike to mess around. And if someone wants to ride with me and they don't got a bike or whatever, they can just hop on this, or I can always sell it, which I'm planning on, so I can have that extra cash to put towards the Ultra. It's looking clean. Got to clean up the garage, but yeah, it's just not plugged in. It should be full battery, but yeah, it came out pretty good. Spray paint looks pretty good, especially for just it drying for a couple hours. I let it dry maybe for like 6 hours, 5 hours, but it was also really hot outside. Normally I like to keep it drying for a couple of days, but previously I had a little clearance issue, a little rubbing, but right now it's spinning way better. Chain does not have a chain tensioner, don't have a motor, movable, whatever mount tension. It's just the chain onto the sprocket, but it's pretty tight. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's just like how I had before. It never fell off. Brake pressure is really good. New pads installed on this, just a Zoom brake. I put on this bar pad for my Surround. You've probably seen it on some TikTok videos, but whenever I traded, I never included this. So I just had it laying around for a build that wasn't that much. Unlike these bikes, I think it came out pretty nice. I do have a aftermarket sprocket kit, so it should give me a little bit more torque, less top speed. But it's a TEF instead of the stock 25H or whatever it's called. But yeah, it can top around 30, maybe 35, but it does give me a little bit extra torque on the low end for sure. Seat cover is really grippy. Just got this on Amazon. Plastics, got it from a friend. And then yeah, although the parts are on their way. I got the new bars, chrome bar riser mounts, whatever you want to call them, just so they're way taller, so the bars sit a little higher, which is better for people that are taller like me. I got a new surround throttle and a fresh pair of grips. And just to cover up this fork right here, I got a glossy Motocuts plate on the way. But yeah, I think it came out really nice. But I'll keep you guys updated with the parts.